We did it.
You know I'm such a fool for you. We're back. Emergency podcast. Something. Number 3.
Third one.
Number 3.
I gotta say, every time I go to this is what I want to talk about right off the rip. And it happens. So I don't know if it happens to you, but every time that I go to I'm gonna do comedy tonight or any time, it's like 30 minutes prior to doing that. It's like I took a laxative. I literally will go, it's comedy time, and all of a sudden I start sweating, and I'm like, bathroom, I have to find a bathroom now. And I just cake it out, and then just legs out, fucking rock it.
Dumb and Dumber shit.
Just some Dumb and Dumber shit.
What are you doing in there? Shaving. And
it's like, I think that's a gift from God, because it's like there's a 0.004% chance that it could be the one time you're doing comedy and you have a heart attack on stage and die. That way you won't immediately shit your pants after. Because when you die, minutes later, your asshole just doesn't work anymore, and you shit. Poop comes out. So it's like.
So you're saying this is a good thing in case you have a heart attack on stage and die.
Then at least
you'll have less shit than normal.
It's just a shred of dignity, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you fucking die, roll over, fart that last broccoli fart, and then just cake yourself, it's like, you hear he died on stage? Yeah. Dude, and then he shit. We had to move the body, and he shit, dude. And then that's it. And that happens, but in a hospital makes sense. You don't want to be the guy at Creek in the Cave who dies on stage and then just fucking Tootsie Rolls your pants. You know what I mean?
That's going to happen soon. The club's new enough, and there's enough people who are so unhealthy on that stage every single night. That's going to happen soon.
Oh, yeah. It's bad.
At some point.
Us included. I mean, it's bad. That's why I put myself in that. Second thing I wanted to talk about on that same thing.
May I comment on number 1?
Go ahead.
Want to put a pin in number 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
No pun intended.
Land the plane.
I'm the complete opposite.
Oh, really?
So if I have shows, I cannot shit until the shows are over. Or if I have shows and I bomb, I want to shit for 3 days. I have to have a good set in order for me to shit. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's either you stay constipated and fat because you're nervous every day. Every day you're nervous and can't shit. Or you're able to have a regular metabolism, but you have to shit every time you go on stage. I'd rather I'm just not a good public shitter. Then I kind of would rather be where I'm at, which is just fat, and if I do pass away of a heart attack, it's going to be a nightmare for everyone involved. The EMTs, the crowd, the bartender. I mean, when I worked the door at that Pervert show where the host, put bong water up her ass or something and then shit it out into a cup or something, I don't know. And the place smelled for half an hour. The whole club smelled like shit for half an hour.
Yeah.
And that is 3% of what I would do.
Oh,
if I just collapse on stage. They would have to close the club for weeks.
The guys in the hazmat suits just coming in fucking spraying it down. They're like, holy shit.
Yeah, they're quitting on the job.
Dude, yeah.
They're in a hazmat suit going, no. I'm not doing this.
Through the hazmat suit.
I'm going to go back to being an HR assistant manager for half the money.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this shit.
They're like, I don't care. I'll dump french fries. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Right.
Yeah. And then 2, before this podcast, I think all 3 times now, I have gone, oh no, and I have skittered off to your bathroom to take a shit. Every time, which makes sense.
So anytime you're near a microphone,
yes,
you get so upset.
This is a laxative for me.
That's wild.
And but I have to say, I was in there, did my business, was wiping, and I thought I was doing a real good job with the wiping. I've been doing it for a long time. Not a big deal, years, 34 years to be that probably. Either way, and I was like, oh look, you had those dude wipes in the back of the toilet, and I was like, yeah, well, I think I did a pretty good job, but I'm gonna dude wipe it up and see what happens. Now, it was alarming how much extra shit, pun intended, how much extra nonsense was on my actual asshole that I missed, and I would have sat in that.
Just pine cones. Yeah, you would have put that on my couch.
Yeah.
Through your pants.
I have a wildly clean asshole right now.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, the dude wipe is the audit
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the audit. You find out how well you paid your taxes once you send it to white bin. That's the IRS.
That's
armed and ready to look at your records.
Audibly, I went, oh no.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yeah, and I just texted you before I picked you up. I was like, I'm having the time of my life right now.
Fighting
in the shitter. Yeah. Because I finally had a set I was happy with.
Yes.
And also yesterday I was like, I didn't realize the full scope of how depressed I was in December, because now I'm feeling much better. Mm-hmm. But December and like half of January was really rough.
Yeah.
And you'd think when you wake up to like boxes of fast food you ate the night before that you barely remember, you go, wait a second.
Yeah.
I might be sad right now.
yeah.
I might be mentally ill.
Yeah.
But when you're depressed, you don't know. You just go, oh fuck, there's more shit I gotta do.
That's what we're doing.
And so now I'm like on the other side of it being like, oh, before I get depressed again, I gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
So I went to this super, super clean ingredient, like health food place, ATX Food Co. What up? And I got some vegan tacos, which were fucking gas, super nutrient dense stuff. And I got this sea moss elixir, which sea moss is like wook kimchi. Like it just does something to white people's stomachs that just goes go
evacuation.
Go.
Yeah.
And nothing happened yesterday, so I was a little bit worried.
Call that the fire alarm.
Yeah, it is.
In your stomach, it just goes.
It's the fucking lesbian evacuation drink. And you had a late start to the day. Probably had something to do with the massive shot we took before we left the creek last night.
Dude, that was
And so I went to Buzzmill and I saw stupid dumb Joe Begley.
Nice.
Had 2 coffees, sat with him for a couple hours, and when I got back here, I was like, "You ready to go?" And you were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, 1 second." And then Dumb and Dumber shit again. And I was like, "The sea moss, dude. The lesbians
just
got me."
Legs out, rocking back and forth.
You know what's really cool about eating healthy food that you don't make at home, which I'm incapable of making at home? You're gonna spend $30.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna bankrupt yourself eating healthy in this country,
dude. It's crazy. You either have to go to like HEB and then get like raw product because they're like 13 schmeckles for some broccoli. It's basically free. Like if you do it that way,
yes,
it can be super super cheap. But if you're if you're in a hurry and not able to do that, it's chaos expensive.
Well, I can't cook.
Yeah.
So if I got the 13 schmeckel vegetables, I would just eat it raw like a fucking cow, and then die of like a blood disease. Yeah. I would get like worms, like RFK.
Too much sulfur. Yeah.
Yeah, like something would happen because I know I'm not preparing it right. I mean, even raspberries. I see like an Instagram video of like, here's how to properly clean your fruit. I'm like, people are cleaning their fruit.
Jeez.
I'm going to even when I try to eat healthy, I'm gonna get some sort of infection and like lose a foot.
Yeah.
I'm losing a foot out of the way. Whether it's diabetes or me trying to eat healthy and getting some sort of insane virus.
Yes.
One of my feet are going. Mm-hmm. And I think my right one is hanging on by a thread from the years of injuries compounding through playing sports on top of being 5,000 pounds every day.
Yes.
My right foot is like, I'm going to need robot feet in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cool to eat healthy and then you just go, oh fuck, I spent $32. Mm-hmm. I guess I won't eat for 3 days. That's kind of healthy.
The only way you can do it.
You know what I mean?
Eat like once, then fast for 3 days because you don't have any money left. And then fucking do it over again. Mm-hmm. But that's the other thing too.
But McChickens are $2.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, that's the other thing too is, depending on how you do it, it's like even the fast food now is getting crazy expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $10 for a Big Mac, and Big Macs are not big.
No.
And they're not even Mac.
You're just eating a bread.
It's all
you're eating sugar bread with mayo.
It's this tall, and they don't even look like sausage patties anymore. They're literally.
Yeah, it's like if you press down dog shit onto a grill, and like that's how flat it is.
It's unbelievable.
It's flatter than my fucking dad. And now my dad has huge tits. Never mind.
It's really
flatter than someone you know with no tits.
It's like you're kind of fucked either way. The only way you can save money is if you just buy mac and cheese.
Frozen everything. If you buy frozen everything, you can save money, but then it tastes like shit.
It's not as good. It's just not. I mean, like I said, I had fucking half a bag of frozen broccoli last night, and it was okay because I put 1,000 pounds of butter on it. Right. So it was okay, but I still was a little sad at the end. You know what I mean? Because it didn't have any. Where's the Big Mac sauce?
Yeah.
You just eat it. And you go, okay.
Let me neutralize all of the good shit in this broccoli with Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, like, can I put sugar on this?
So you just ate like 600 calories for nothing.
Oh yeah.
Just to like shit water.
Just the amount of butter I put on that, it was like too much.
And the other people, like I think of like Allie's mom, who makes healthy homemade meals every day. She's also been cooking for 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like a level of experience that I'm not about to achieve anytime soon. There was a while where I was just making a pound of beef and like 6 eggs every day. And like, it made me hate food. Okay. I was like, I'm eating dog food right now.
It turns it into a chore. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks when you're like, I've never in my life, not one time I've ever like I've never meal prepped. I can't.
Dude, I had Todd, the door guy at Creek, come over, pick me up, take me to HEB, and literally showed me how to meal prep. As if he was my father.
Yeah.
Like, he played my dad for a day.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, I'm never fucking doing that, dude.
Yeah.
I did it for like 2 days, and I gotta tell you, reheating ground beef and rice in the microwave, I mean, I would rather get fucked in the ass. I mean, it's so disgusting. Like, the microwave is for like heating up soup if you're in a pinch.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to nuke is like food that I should be eating on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, it's no, it's not.
Like all those like X Factor meals and shit like that, where you're just blasting cellophane and plastic into an otherwise healthy meal.
Yeah. And
seems to be the most convenient way to eat healthy now.
Dude, all plastics you put in the microwave are bad for you.
Totally.
They're all bad. I had a roommate in like
This is a heavily plastic cup.
I had a roommate in North Carolina, and his go-to move was, and I'm not kidding, was to microwave eggs. He would crack the egg on the plate with some butter, and then put it in there until it was just done.
Oof.
And it would be the yolk would explode. Like, it was the craziest.
Oh yeah, that microwave must look like
it was chaos.
Fucking Vietnam in the 70s.
Yeah. Oh, little fucking Viet Cong jumps out of there. Like, it was crazy. That was like one of the that just.
Oh, that smell too.
It was bad.
It's like eating eggs in an airplane every day.
I didn't know you could do that. And then when I saw it, it's like you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
It's that microwaving shit just reminded me of that. It's like, why do I have a little bit of PTSD for a microwave? I'm like, that's it.
Oh,
that's it. That'll do it.
Because every day your apartment smelled like a dog kennel.
Just farts.
Oh my gosh.
Brutal.
Dude, one of the worst, that just reminded me of like maybe the most disgusting thing that's ever happened to me.
Okay.
I mean, definitely not, but it ain't great either. I was at Fenway Park with my dad.
Nice.
And Fenway has the Fenway Franks.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic piece of shit hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
That is so addicting. I can't even describe you. This is funny. When I was like getting adopted into my current family, so when I was trying to assimilate to my fourth family before I was 10 years old, my uncle took me to Fenway Park because his son was playing in the college tournament, which ruled.
That's awesome.
Shut up the gym. He was the captain, third baseman, fucking animal. Now he's even in better shape as like a dad of 2 kids. Guy's a fucking monster. So he was playing for UMass in the Beanpot tournament, and my uncle took me to be like Fenway Park. Baseball's fun. Let's go. And I was 9 years old, and I ate 7 hot dogs in 9 innings. I did like the 9 challenge by myself, which was funded by my uncle who I knew for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're my close member of my family. I've known you for 2 weeks. This is fun.
Hot dog time.
And just every inning, he was like, do you want another, I think? And I was like, yeah. You're going to keep paying for them? I'm going to keep eating them, dude. Yeah. So fast forward when I'm like 14 maybe, back at Fenway Park with my dad. And at the time, my dad's in much better shape now. Well, you just get out of the hospital, but he's fine. He is at least in like fat, in terms of his fat, is in better shape now. But back in the day, he was like 370.
Yeah.
And he was a fucking house, just pounding scotch every night.
Yeah.
I used to think my dad loved sleeping on the couch until I realized he just got hammered and just fell asleep on a chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to air out your business, Dad, but what the fuck, dude? You were like 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People figure this out when they're like 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're at Fenway Park, and I thought I saw the hot dog guy go by, and I smelled that beautiful Fenway Frank smell, and I was like, oh, hot dogs, that smells so good. And my dad goes, nah, I just burped. And I was like, oh my god, dude. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking...
bad.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I've shit my pants before, I've, like, pissed on every
someone else's
piece of furniture in my friends' apartments in college, but, like, smelling your gross 400-pound alcoholic dad's hot dog burp and being like, man, I'm hungry now. And he's like, nah, that's my gut. Go,
I think smelling, there's something more vile about smelling someone's burp than their fart.
Definitely.
A fart, if somebody farts and you look at them and you go, dude, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
That's fun in games.
But if somebody just burps and you go, oh.
You know there's more harmful bacteria in your mouth than your asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, so even a fart, you go, bring it on.
Yeah.
Fart all day.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
Another memory, talking about farts. In my third family, so before I landed on number 4, which is my final destination as a little fat orphan, the family before that, which is by far the worst, we were all living together. We were probably living together for like 6 months, so still pretty new. No one really liked it, but we were figuring it out. I was standing in front of the TV in the living room, just farting. Just farting and farting, and I was making myself cry laughing.
Yeah.
And the more I was laughing, it like compressed my gut to fart more, and it was this loop of insanity. And I was having, I swear to God, the time of my life.
Yeah.
And it was making my stepbrother, who was a piece of shit, and my sister, who's also a piece of shit, my real sister, they were so mad that I was blocking the TV and cry, laugh, farting for like 7 minutes. And it got to the point where my older stepbrother, he picked up a cordless home phone. You know those ones like the mid-aughts that have like that huge battery pack? And he threw it at my head overhand, and it hit me in the temple and made me bleed. Ugh. That's how mad everyone got that I was having so much fun for. And I think that that was the cherry on top of my childhood. That was one where it's like, okay, everything's gonna suck forever now. I can't even have fun farting in my own house.
The one joyous moment in your life, somebody fucking ruins it.
The only joyous moment I've had from age 0 to age 28. Someone had to throw a phone in my fucking head. That's exactly right.
I can remember the most ridiculous thing when it came to like that. It was a fucking great time, but it was insane. So I was. The story will make sense to you because it's me. But like I was probably 8, 9. I think I was 9 years old, and Vermont, 9 years old. So me, my stepdad, excuse me, an uncle, and my grandfather, great-grandfather, we're going to go to hunting camp. So we go to hunting camp.
That's cool.
Yeah, fucking rad. So I'm like, great, go to hunting camp. Definitely snuck a beer, you know.
As an 8-year-old?
Yeah.
Nice.
Snuck a beer, found their little stash of Playboys, and they didn't give a shit. Yeah, fucking, because they're all drinking scotch or fucking wasted.
Yeah.
I'm eating Slim Jims. Everyone's eating Slim Jims.
Oh, gosh, that sounds like so much fun.
Going hand, just, you know, and there was like, he had a cast iron stove in the place. And they would literally just cook steaks on top of the cast iron. Like,
yes.
Like, just put down the butter, bang, bang, fucking out the door. Either way, it gets to be like 1 a.m. and they're going to start the hunt at fucking 3 a.m. One of those things. And everyone was so fucked up that they woke up at 8, missed the first chunk of hunting. Duh. But me, my stepdad, and my uncle, it was probably like 45 minutes straight. We were laughing because my great-grandfather, it was basically a continuous fart. That old man, he would snore a little bit, and I swear to God, every third snore, you'd just hear, huh? Huh? And like, to the point where 40-year-old men in the room were laughing because
how could you not?
Not that you do that, because then my stepdad, Vinny! Out loud. Vinny! Nothing, he's out. And Vinny! What? Vinny! And he farted. And I'm 8 years old.
That's the funniest thing in the world when you're 8 years old.
I remember, like, I was in the fetal position because my ribs hurt so bad. Because this man was so just fucking, he turned into a baby. He was like a 75-year-old baby who was just like snoring, farting, snoring, farting. Hey, wake up, get up. Stop farting. And this, multiple times, uncle, stepdad, stop farting, Vinny. Then he would just answer with a fart. I would just never, to this day, that was so many farts.
That's the best.
I feel like I feel like an hour prior, he just ate air.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you would, like, what was going on in his guts? Biblical.
Oh, yeah.
Biblical floods of chaos. 75 years of pent-up chaos.
75 years.
Because I think
if I make it that far,
dude,
God willing, I'm gonna be so gross.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Stay away.
Because I think, like, if I get to 75, again, God willing, I'd love to see 70. That means, because in order to make it that far for me, that means from now, I'm turning 30 in a month. From now to 70, I have to keep it real tight. Mm-hmm. I gotta really watch what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. I gotta stop smoking. So when I reach that promised land, then I'm gonna revert back to my natural ways, which is just eating Big Macs.
Oh yeah.
And getting hammered. And I am going to be a machine. Two things. My grandmother, Irish immigrant, old country Irish immigrant.
Yeah.
Raised
by a potato.
Raised by a potato. Raised my dad as a single woman with an 8th grade education in a different country.
Yeah.
Like, hard as nails lady.
Yeah.
Not the most loving...
No.
Feminine mother.
No.
But food was on the table and it was gross, but you could eat.
Yeah.
You know, like... And she was super religious. Never wore pants. Never washed her hair. Never swore. Never drank, never smoked. Like, to the T, I'm following the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But... the one thing that made her laugh was farting.
Yeah, that was the one.
So she would drive 10 hours from Toronto to my parents' house in Connecticut, fart for 4 days, until we all got annoyed with her, and then drive 10 hours back to Canada. Every 20 minutes, she would just go, saying, "Oh, Stephen, what was that?" And we're like, "Grandma, that's you." She goes, "Oh no, Samuel, that's your father." We're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And then she just gives me.
So one day, my dad, in front of the whole family, was like, "This is scotch you've never drank in your life. Just try it." And she took a sip of scotch, her first sip of alcohol in her life, as like a 75-year-old woman. And she goes, "Oh no, Stephen, I'd rather a good fart." And we all lost our fucking minds laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, that lady rules. She has, it's sad, she has dementia now, and she does not really know anyone, like, you know, because she'll like FaceTime my dad and not really know who he is.
Yeah.
And she obviously has even seen less of me.
Yeah.
Because we moved to the States when I was so young. And I can't even imagine the nurse's aides talking to this lady who has no idea what's going on. Just crying, laughing at her own farts.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
What a good way to go out.
I don't know. Samuel, I don't know what I am. And like, cause she even like she's so Irish, she farts in an Irish accent.
Yeah.
You know?
Charms?
Yeah, she was Charms.
Is this Lucky Charms?
Samuel, I'm farting Charms. I mean, she sounded like Shrek. Because she was from Northern Ireland, which is in between, obviously, Ireland and England. And it sounds kind of Scottish, her accent.
Yeah.
So when you mix that in with like 50 years of Canadian living,
oh, it's over.
she just sounds like Shrek.
Yeah.
I had a Shrek grandma.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she ruled. Damn, dude. What I mean, I know all your relatives just drank until they died at 40.
Yeah.
But was there anyone cool? I mean, your mom ruled.
Yeah, like my grandma Patty, who was like, she made it. Patty. And she was the classic, like, was unbelievably nice, like, apple pie grandmother.
Nice.
Like, just always a
good name.
She was never not in a moo-moo, like one of those.
Oh, hell yeah.
Moo-moo, you got there, you were eating. Like, you were, and she would just, this banquet fucking meal would just appear.
Nice.
And she, like, was that apple pie that, like, she made every piece of it?
Yes.
Including the fucking tin. Was ramshackled from, like, hubcaps and shit. And, like, the best. She was the best.
And it's just weird how, we were talking last week about how to get out of a depression, we have to, like, realize that life is perfect no matter how hard it is. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Lately, that's been me thinking about the combination of insane people that had to all fuck each other to make me.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny.
Yeah.
Because I have like old country Irish farting granny.
Yeah.
Her husband, who was not really her husband, was Jabba the Hutt.
Okay.
In Ireland. He was just chain smoking and an all day alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
By the time he died, he was 500 pounds.
Yeah.
And he lived until he was 88.
That's crazy.
Just a literal, like, evil, fat asshole.
It just doesn't, yeah.
So it's Jabba the Hutt, Irish farting grandma. On the other side, my two literal geniuses. Like, my grandma who passed last year, self-inflicted, which is a sick way to go. Just go to the doctor and be like, kill me, I don't give a fuck. I can't breathe because I've been chain smoking for 50 years. She was a member of Mensa, a deeply antisocial woman who was a literal genius who all she wanted to do was stay inside and read and smoke cigarettes and drink black coffee, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Her husband, who then got divorced, was a professional race car driver. He was a documentarian for CBC, Canadian Broadcasting, and he was like a borderline Olympic skier. But his dad died when he was a kid and had like all these problems, so he was literally outside of having the most talent ever, could not function as a human being to hold a relationship at all. So those four people all had to fuck to make my two crazy parents, and now I'm here in Austin being like, no one likes my comedy. It's like, well, just hold on a second. Just wait a second, you fucking faggot. Like, someone will find it, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to think more about that and all of the effort that so many people have to go through in the world every day to keep everything afloat.
That too, yeah.
And I'm kind of just like, can wake up and roll out of bed and be like, I'm sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get tacos. And I'm supposed to respect myself.
That's the big hurdle.
No.
Yeah.
Ew.
I can get McDonald's delivered.
Yeah. Like any time. I'm just gonna go back to bed.
And there's what? There's places on the planet where they would slit my throat to get to that McDonald's.
Dude, I could feed a country for a long time. Yeah. There are certain countries in the world that could use me for... They could use all parts of the moose, you know what I mean? Use me for hide, shelter, food, sacrifice me to some sort of white god, white devil god.
Yeah,
that's not a thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely a big change in vibe from last week, for sure.
Yeah.
But, it's like I said, I'm going to exercise, read, and go to therapy my way out of this.
Yeah.
And I'm just having a nice moment right now where I'm like, oh, fuck, it's working.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And I'm sure next week it could go right back to shit, but like, every glimpse you get, you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to adapt to the power of positive thinking. Yeah. Shout out to Willie Nelson. He read like some book that like changed his life. And I know it's like a white lady like meme about anxiety that I've seen before where it's like, what if nothing works out? And then the sunshine appears and it's like a frog on a leaf that goes, what if everything does? And then a rainbow appears. And it's like, as silly as that has been, and as something that, that's been taught to people since they were like 10 years old. It took me years and years and years of work and self-loathing and like pity and multiple attempts at therapy and rigorous exercise and now reading and now doing comedy for 8 years to be like, oh, I get it now. Yeah. So it's taken me like 2 decades of work as a 30-year-old to start understanding the things that most people were implemented in them when they were 7.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Yeah, it's rough.
Why do I have to go this long? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
to figure out like basic human life.
It's like, how many times do I have to piss the bed to figure this shit out?
Oh God.
Like that's when you know.
I don't think there's a number that exists.
Dude, that's when you know you're real down and out. Is like when you black out drunk. You wake up on one side of the bed having from your fucking knees to your nipples just pissed all over yourself.
Yeah.
And you just go and you roll over twice and just go to sleep on the other side of the bed.
Completely. You're describing a decade of my life.
That's fucking been there.
Yeah.
Been there. Yeah. That's
and the thing that's fucked up about that is, well, first of all, if you're doing that as an adult, that is one of the signs that you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So, I do this whole joke about how I can't believe I'm not a serial killer. Case in point.
Yeah.
Blacking out and pissing on all my friends' furniture in college, my friend George's house in high school, my own, you know what I mean?
Oh,
just being a fucking nightmare. But that's not anyone's job to try and fix.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So when you have a kid who's so deeply emotionally and mentally damaged like that,
yeah,
that's like the parent's responsibility. And if the parents ain't doing it, no one else has the time to do it.
No.
So I kind of would just show up and ruin everyone's night and then be like, see you guys next Saturday. And they go, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I guess your son likes you enough where we have to tolerate this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel like there's definitely a lot of guilt I'm holding on to from that I'm trying to let go of from that time of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Where I was just a complete mess, which was not really my fault. You know? And having no, like, and people just would tolerate me.
Yeah,
It's not like anyone really was
that
like,
sting.
fuck
That
this guy.
stings more than like kissing the bed.
It's just the tolerating, like, oh fuck, you're back. And I'm like, I have nowhere else to go. And they go, fine.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a funny fart? I would go. Me and my friend G Baby would every weekend just black out his basement.
Yeah.
And there would just be like a different cast of characters there. So it would just be us listening to rap and like reading the lyrics on YouTube with one eye open.
Yeah.
Because we were seeing double. Eating fucking barbecue chicken pizza, just having a great time being fat little fucks. He's now unbelievably successful and got a football scholarship, and you know what I mean? We two sides of the same coin, just in the complete different ways.
Yeah.
He made a frozen pizza when we were so fucked up right now. And we're in his parents' house. And he tried to grab the pizza out of the oven with his hands, obviously burned the fuck out of his hands, threw the pizza in the air, which landed on like the ceiling or something, like on the floor. He was like, oh fuck! And then he tried to come downstairs to the basement, fell down the stairs and put his head through the drywall. And then his dad, his Big Dave, who's a fucking legend, came downstairs to like reprimand us.
Yeah.
And he gave George like a Ric Flair chop across the chest, which like sobered my buddy. He was like, oh fuck, I'm getting hit in front of my friends and I'm 15. Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And we were all so scared because Dave was so angry and like a big guy. And this one kid, while it's like totally silent, Dave's like, you guys need to shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Oh no.
My friend just goes, Sam. And we all started crying, laughing. And Dave was like, what the fuck is wrong with you fucking kids? This is my fucking house.
Holes in the wall, pizza everywhere, just farting.
And yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, I was the kid. I was the still loud talking. We weren't even drinking. We were just like playing Halo or something like whatever. Halo or like Tiger Woods. But I was the kid at like 2 a.m. still screaming.
Oh, I bet.
So when parents came out and were like, hey Hunter, shut the fuck up.
And you go, oh.
Yeah. Where I was just not really paying attention. I was able to
reroute that?
Right. Well, I was the rile up my friends guy. Mm-hmm. And I made amends with a few of my friends' parents I was like, hey, I was a nightmare, and they were like, yep, and I'm like, sorry about that. And they're like, yeah, it's all good, dude. Yeah, you know, literally like at my buddy's wedding, I had to go to his dad and say, hey, thanks for helping raise me and also not killing me with a gun.
Yeah, totally.
Because you know that was like if I went over to like a friend's house, say every Saturday I went over, 2 of those Saturdays he was coming out. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
You know, like it was.
I mean, if I make anything in my career in stand-up, I mean, I have to fly back to the East Coast and go on an apology tour.
Bad.
I mean, I think most people get it because they knew me well enough to be like, okay, this kid is raised in impossible circumstances.
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, I'm making it seem worse than it is, but I still could do the gentlemanly move of like,
fuck, I had to. Hey, that was at the wedding.
Here's like a gift.
Yeah.
Thank you for. Like, just not even loving me, just letting me be around.
Yeah.
That was monumental for me.
Letting me be in your house.
Even though it was ruining everything in your house. Dude, there's a point where Big Dave just for 6 years, like high school through college, I was terrorizing their house. And there was a day somewhere in high school, dude, where Big Dave, you know, probably a little hungover himself. Yeah. He liked a nice vodka cranberry from time to time, every day. All day.
Get after it.
And he was eating breakfast, and he had those wood chairs.
Yeah.
That, like, if you fart on, it, like, ricochets off and, like, amplifies.
Yeah.
And I just ripped the craziest fart off this chair, and Dave could not hold it on any longer. It was, like, 8 a.m. He goes, you disgusting fuck! And everyone went silent, and I was like, oh, I did it. That was the last straw.
You broke him.
That was the last straw.
He just wanted to eat his eggs.
Yeah.
His microwaved eggs. He just wanted to have his microwaved eggs.
Now, coming out on the other side of being like an absolute piece of shit,
Yeah.
there's no reason to like hang on to like guilt and shame. It doesn't do anything for you. Like it doesn't serve you at all.
Yeah.
And you can just like put that bag down essentially.
Yeah.
But I do think like, man, I'm gonna have to say sorry to like 20 people.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is what I mean. The nice thing is we moved away from wherever the fuck we were from, being little bastards.
Yeah.
To try and make something. And so if we do, we can go.
Yeah, my buddy's wedding was definitely the apology tour of like, because his parents are split up. So I'd like go to his mom's house, Hunter shut the fuck up. Go to his dad's house, Hunter shut the fuck up. And they're both at the wedding staring at me. And I finally was like, hey, listen, you know, I had to like, proverbially took the naked, just it was naked there. It's just like, hey, I was an asshole. Yes, I was young, but I also knew better. You know what I'm saying? Like I was so hopped up on. I wasn't a drinker at all, like in high school.
Just Mountain Dew.
Just Code Red. I was bleeding Code Red. Just fucking. Like no wonder. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with the boy. I do. I have 700 grams of sugar in me.
Yeah, right.
And like Monster Energy drinks and shit.
Probably a learning disability.
Oh God, can't even reading backwards and upside down.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like this is.
I think, but the growth, yeah.
For people who aren't sociopaths, this is like kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, most people turn into a full human when they're like 25 or something.
Yeah.
We were just a little bit late.
Yeah.
Coming online.
Oh yeah, I'm still fucked up.
I mean, of course, dude. We hang out.
Yeah.
You know how fucked up you have to be to like understand me at a certain level.
Yeah.
Outside of like outside of like the surface, like football and wings and beer. It just took a little bit to come online.
Yeah.
And it feels nice, and it's like not like the work is done. I'm still fat as shit and chain smoking, and I had 7 double Jack and Diets last night.
Yeah, I gotta look at as like we were saying with comedy, how it's like sometimes you have a ton of shows, sometimes it's like a month and you've been on stage 4 times. It's almost like understanding and battling the depression or any sort of the negativities in your brain. It's the same way. Sometimes you're doing really well at combating that, and then sometimes it's just like it's extra fucking hard.
Yeah.
But the more you bounce back and forth, the better you are at like readjusting.
It's constant maintenance.
Yeah.
But it does get easier.
Yeah.
But you just have to do it every fucking day.
Yeah.
Which is another like high school level piece of wisdom that most people figure out like way earlier.
Yeah.
That again, it took us an extra decade and a half.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, even like for me, it's like that's one thing. My birthday present to myself is gonna be fucking 39, and so I realized that it's been like it took literally 3 years off from drinking to 2019, 20, 21. It was like 3 years and 3 months or something like that. And so what I'm gonna do, but then I turned it back on, and it's been on now for about 3 years, like doing the drinking thing. Mm-hmm. But my birthday's March 10th, and it's gonna be absolutely nothing past. I'm not turning 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm not turning 40 an alcoholic, or like saying, or there's that saying. I have to find something else to like get addicted to that isn't that, because I can't. Right. I was thinking about that last night, just chilling. I mean, it wasn't bad. I ate the broccoli, laid in bed, but I thought like I can't. This is not. I'm not that guy. I'm not the like scotch at dinner. And that's it. And then in 2 weeks, I'll have 1 Michelob Ultra.
Yes.
I'm just not that dude.
No.
And so...
It's like, wait, there's still a Lone Star in the fridge?
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, you have 7, you're like, what? There's more?
I got home last night and I had 3 beers left over. The exact same thing. So
same.
Yeah.
I literally had 3 beers left over.
Yep. And so I just...
Sat here, watched YouTube, had a great time.
I sat in my computer chair, was just on Instagram.
Yeah.
God. Watching dogs fart, just pounding. And I drank those things in like 15 minutes of like gone. And then I tried to play War Thunder, and I was like, I can't do this. I gotta go to bed.
You got your head blown off by an Asian kid?
Yeah, and so that's as of March 10th, it's just probably, I don't know, because I can't, like, I'll never be that guy. And I thought, let me see if I can be that guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's weird because it sneaks up on me fast. Because I'll go from like, I can be that guy, and like, have a weekend where I drink, and then I can actually take that week off, the next week off, and like do stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then the next weekend after that, drink again. But then all of a sudden it's like a Wednesday. And I'm like, I have tomorrow off, and then that Wednesday happens, and then the next, then I'm hungover or whatever. But then it's all of a sudden now it's that next Saturday, and I go, oh yeah, it's Saturday. And I drink Saturday, and then it's like Sunday day. Next day I'm like, well, people are going out for wings.
I'm hungover.
I'll go out for wings, have a couple beers there, and then I'm at the liquor store.
Then run home
and just go
and
high.
have an 18 pack.
Yeah.
Just doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, even if, here's the plan. Here's my plan. Edibles.
Well, that's
and I'm not talking 25 milligrams, fuck my brain, I'm like, can't move.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 2.5 in the morning, 2.5 in the afternoon. And if I still need some before bed, if I'm not tired, which I can't imagine that would be the case, another little kiss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to take it the same way, like, people with bipolar take lithium.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do antidepressants. I'm not going to take any of that shit unless I really need to, which I don't think I will. I'm going to find good quality weed with CBD in it, so I'm not, like, completely fucked in the brain.
Yeah.
And do, like, whatever the weed version of, like, your blood alcohol content needs to be under a certain limit to drive, that amount.
Yeah.
So I can still function. That's going to be the move.
Yeah.
Because you know what rules when you're a little bit stoned? Exercise.
Yeah.
Fresh air.
Anything.
The sun.
Literally everything's better.
Right.
Literally, because you can go work out, or you can have a conversation.
Yeah.
And you can also, it doesn't make you feel like you need to hide. Like, that's the biggest thing for me in drinking is, like, I always feel like I need to go hide. Like, oh, I don't want the world to see this.
Totally.
And you go,
totally.
And all of a sudden you're pissing the bed, rolling over, and being like,
of course.
Then you're going to get McDonald's delivered. Like,
yes.
Because you can barely get out of bed. So it's like,
now you're walking a bag full of piss to the laundromat. Being like, God, I hope no one sees this or smells this.
Why does he smell like fucking, like ammonia?
Yeah, right. No, so that's, I read Willie Nelson's book, and he said when he was like 40, he was like, I chain smoked cigs and drank whiskey for the past 3 decades.
Yeah.
What if I didn't and I just smoked weed? And then he was like, his life became what he wanted it to be.
Yeah.
After trying to be like a musician for 20 years.
Yeah.
And now he's an icon. Like a true original icon. I'm going to give you that book, by the way.
Yeah, I love that.
It's really inspiring. That dude fucking rocks.
Yeah.
I can get really bored with the guitar, which I played last night on stage and somehow it went well. But I think I just need to get more invested into the artist.
Yeah.
Because now I want to play all of those, like, outlaw country songs from the 70s.
Yeah.
But he also has a ton of covers that he did between, like, country and, like, swing and, like, R&B even sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would keep my brain on this little guitar here.
Yeah.
Because, you know what else is great? Getting high and playing an instrument.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best.
So, I think I'm going to microdose weed myself.
Yeah. As of March 10th, I'm done. And it's going to be...
So, that's right, South by too.
Yeah, it doesn't... I
wonder if the mic is going to pick up any of my stomach growling. Can you hear it from over there?
A little bit.
Yeah. That's the CMOS still working. It's going crazy, bro. But that means, if March 10th you're done, now I'm going to completely enable you. That means one time before then, we go to Kelly's and drink Guinness until we shit.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we'll get one in for sure. But it's got to be... It's just a thing where it's like...
Just as a goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm definitely down to do that. It's like that, but that's the thing about it is because I'm also, it's like drinking. I'm drinking like I'm celebrating like I got a Netflix special once a week at least. You know what I mean? Like I'm drinking as if I won the Super Bowl.
I didn't realize this until my buddy Dan like pointed it out. I've been eating and drinking and smoking. Like, I'm the greatest guy alive.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you think you deserve that?
Yes.
You're actually a loser.
Yeah.
You're actually a waking up in your own piss, making $18,000 a year loser.
Yes, yeah.
And you're consuming things like the world owes this to you.
And you're partying like a rapper.
Right. Why? Because you've had childhood trauma?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And get a job.
Yeah.
Be productive.
Yes.
Or at least like be a good person.
Yeah.
And so dude.
That's what I realized. That's like my treat to myself is to like have like an 18-pack next to me watching YouTube and just ripping beers.
Playing Call of Duty. Pounding beers.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's the thing. Unless you literally can't do that. There's a ton of place for that.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
Once a year.
That's what I'm saying.
You go, like, my wife's out of the house. I'm going to bring my kids to their grandparents.
Yes.
I'm going to sit here and play Xbox for 10 hours.
Because you fucking earned it.
And drink a case of beer.
Yeah. Because you fucking earned it.
But doing that every night, making $9,000 a year and failing as an artist.
Yeah, that's...
And you're 4,000 pounds.
Wildly unacceptable.
Oops.
Oops, yeah.
God, dude.
And I'm sitting here
so bad for my girlfriend.
I'm sitting here... I can't believe
she's put up with this shit for so long.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, then I'm looking, and then I'm depressed because I don't have a girlfriend. I'm like, well, that's because you'd probably end up pissing on her in the bed. So maybe don't...
Which I have done before.
Maybe don't be pee-pee pants.
One time I actually blamed the girl that she did it and she believed it. That's how you know you're a fucking scumbag.
That's
when you piss on a girl in her sleep and you go, that was you. And she goes, really?
You can go, yeah, now it's your trauma now.
Yeah. That's how you know you're a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Oh, but, you know, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, March 10th. And I want to put it in podcast writing. Yeah, sign off on that fucking thing. Because the thing is, I know I can do it. I just have to have, like, implements of, like, what am I... One big thing for me was when I was, and I'm probably getting it back into doing this, though, is those down times when I'm just twiddling my thumbs when all the beer would be there, is I was writing movie scripts. Like, I've written 4 full movies.
Yeah, dude, you have like 7 different creative outlets you can use.
Yeah, music, anything. I could just be doing...
comedy, movies.
Yeah.
Like, anything.
And
editing.
so I can literally be, I can just take, months, take a couple months and just literally do comedy, do what we're doing, do all the editing, but also then, like, this is when I would drink, is like when you jump into final draft and start working on the movie.
Right.
That's what I would do. I mean, I would have basically get home, energy drink, Sour Patch Kids, alcoholic, and then just fucking just bang out scripts or just write or do, you know what I'm saying? Like, have that sort of creative outlet. And I know that I've been lazy with that portion of it. Like, I'm like, where I could be doing that, and I'm not doing that.
Yes.
And it's because I'm not doing that, I get sad. And then when I get sad, I need to drink beers.
I need to drink 18 natty ices by myself because I have feelings.
And then I have Big Mac sauce in my chin. I'm like, I'm so sad. It's like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, you woke up with shit in your pants.
You fucking defecated on yourself.
Thank God no one was there to see it.
Yes, yeah. Ooh, throw away another pair of sweatpants. Perfect.
I can tell you what, being as fucked up as we are, living alone is tough.
Brutal.
I've been living alone for like 3 years now, 4 almost. Whoa, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what was really fucked up? Living alone during COVID lockdowns in Connecticut, working 60 hours a week at a car dealership with a 3-hour commute every day, and then not being able to socialize. Yeah. You know what's a really good way to fuck up your relationship with now the biggest comic on earth, who you knew back then? Texting them in a blackout during COVID lockdowns when you're suicidal.
Yes, yeah.
I was friends with this guy, but like right when he started headlining and...
Yeah.
You know? And we had a rapport.
Yeah.
And now he's the biggest comic on earth, and I kicked that down the road.
Yeah.
Because I was living alone as a blackout drunk during COVID lockdowns, and I was like, dude...
That'll be a big apology, for sure. Hey, man.
I mean, I've seen him. I saw him 2 weeks ago. And I couldn't say hi. I couldn't...
Where was he at? Where were you?
Watching football.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I saw the fucking guy look... It's so embarrassing. I saw the guy look at me. But I was looking at Jack Timmons, and I was just like, don't make eye contact. I couldn't just be like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry it's been weird for 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't care anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't want anything from you. Yeah. That's the best part of all this. I don't want anything from you. I just want to clear it up. Yeah. And I can't.
Yeah. Next time you see me, you fucking have to now.
God, I know.
Now it's extra weird because you didn't do it then.
And the dude walked by me and he was like, excuse me, I guess. He was like, gave me the tone of like, why are you being a fucking asshole? I'm like, I'm not. I'm just awkward.
Yeah. Next time you see him, you have to.
I'm just awkward.
Next time you see him, you fucking... Because I know who it is. Mm-hmm. But you have to. Just be like, hey, this is... I'm a fuck up. Here's how I fucked up. Sorry.
And that particular guy, who, he gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy that drinks all the time and like is self-loathing.
Yeah.
Who used to be a complete loser.
Yes.
I'm sure if there's anyone on earth that gets it,
to be him.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
God, you know what's funny? And I'm not going to say that guy's name. It's pretty obvious if you're watching this probably. I will say this. Adam Egan walked up to like the patio we were all standing at, and I got legit starstruck because like, of course he's a booker at Mothership and I want to work there, but I watched so many hours of him on Norm's video podcast, and he was all over Norm's book. So like I just associate him with Norm, who's my hero, who's now dead.
Yeah.
He walked in, talked to the guy that we were just talking about, and being like, dude, this is crazy. There's so many people. I'm going to leave. And then someone like walked by him, and he was like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And they said hi. And then I was just staring at him like this.
Oh, no.
And then he looked at me, and I was like... And then he left. He was like,
Jesus,
I'm leaving. I mean, I'm just a fucking... The thing is, if I was small, I could hide.
Yeah.
I can't hide anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, my personality is complete avoidance, no one look at me, no one talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm gigantic, I'm it's all eyes on me.
Yeah.
And I want to just be like, no one can perceive me.
I'm sad.
Yeah, I figured this out too. My current personality, I don't know if this is interesting at all for people to listen to, but
It's just, well.
I need everyone to like me or else I'll feel sad.
Yeah.
But if anyone tries to get close to me, I will kill myself. If anyone tries to show me any affection or support, I'll be like, guys, I'm pausing a gun right now.
Yeah.
Like me from a distance.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
I should probably figure that out. I tell you what, those little gummies just kicked in. I feel fucking awesome right now.
Do you think you could hit up dude on Instagram at all?
I could.
I would just shoot him. You just shoot him. Hey man, saw you at where were you? At Kelly's? What?
No, someplace on 12th Street, the tavern.
Yeah. Hey, saw you at the tavern. Didn't want to bother you. Sorry.
It's too late now.
Well, you can hit him.
If I did it the next day, maybe. It's too late now.
Yeah. Well, next time you see him, you have got to fucking talk to him.
Yeah.
You have to. If I'm with you and he's there, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Go. If I have to walk you up there myself, I will.
It's so embarrassing.
Like a little kid, walk you up there, be like, say your thing, say it to him. What did you do?
It's one thing going on an apology tour, and I'll wrap this up in a second. It's one thing going on an apology tour with people you knew since you were 14, and who were like just regular, like nice people.
Yeah.
It's another thing when it's the most successful person in your industry.
Yes.
That you have to go on an apology tour to.
Yeah.
Nuts, man.
But just, you just gotta go say, hey man, I was a fucking weirdo. I was being weird. Sorry.
COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
I was like suicidal.
Yeah, and he's gonna go, yeah, no. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. He goes, yeah.
Yeah. Because his friend, who's been on our show, you were fine with him.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, he's your hurdle.
Yes.
And it's such a non-hurdle. I feel like he's a hurdle, but you could just go, oh.
That's my whole life. I was so high the other night. I wrote down something that I'm going to say it out loud and it's going to be embarrassing, but I thought was an absolute bar. Then I wrote it down on my phone just as a little stoner piece of shit. Let's see. My biggest fear is that all my problems are much easier to solve than I expect them to be.
Yeah, well, that's kind of it.
I want them to be, actually.
That's exactly what I'm saying to you for that guy.
Totally.
Like you just have to go, hey.
That's almost all my problems.
Yes.
They're so much easier. I want them to be hard.
Yeah.
I constantly want to be struggling and depressed. I'm addicted to feeling like shit.
It's like when a horse gets up to a really tiny river and won't jump over it. You're like,
Right.
dude, you can just step over the fucking thing. You're like, it's the... No! You're like, dude, it's nothing. It's nothing. Like,
Totally. Allie's dog, when we walk the trail, if there's a texture he doesn't like, because he's a spoiled golden doodle, he'll just go, nah.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like, Allie, just pull him. He's a dog.
Yeah.
You make it. He goes, but he's so cute.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, fine, swim around.
Yeah, you're golden doodling yourself.
Yeah, fine. We'll fucking go home then. Turn into immediate angry dad.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, so next time, that's my thing, March 10th, the next time you see that guy, I mean, don't get me wrong, if he's fucking balls deep with, like, all the other comedians.
The most famous people on earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if something like that happens, you can walk up and I would say, definitely try not to be hammered too, because that just adds to the...
I haven't really been hammered at a club in
a
long time.
Me either, actually. I mean, drunk. We've been drunk. Last night we were pretty drunk, but not like belligerent.
In control.
Yes.
I've been ever since you talked to me 3 months ago.
Yeah.
When I was on stage being like, fucking sounds like
dude.
and you were like, hey man, don't do that. I go, fuck, you're right.
That was that was your Spider-Man thing. That was the Spider-Man
yes, exactly.
thing. Hey, you can't be that guy.
Yes. And since then I'm Big John, but
and I like that was me like a year ago on your open mic. All of a sudden I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I know this guy.
Uh-oh, I'm a loser again.
He thinks he's wicked funny, and he's not being wicked funny. He's being wicked annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
But, you know, we're alive today.
We're fucking... We're getting...
Hopefully we'll be alive tomorrow.
That's the goal.
And that's cool.
Fuck yeah.
And we can get better.
Cool.
What if things work out?
Yeah, like...
What if I become a hopeful person?
Yeah, right?
Everyone will be shocked. I'm going to shock the world. Anyway, what a fun time.
This is a good one.
A lot of farts.
So March 10th, and that dude, that's the lessons for this podcast.
Boom. Comment and subscribe, I think.
Do something.
Follow me on Instagram, Big Sam Hunter. That's Hunter Carney Stand Up on YouTube and Instagram.
Ow!
We'll see you next week.
Everything hurts.
Everything hurts because you're 40. That's 2 podcasts in a row we ended with a fart.
Oh.
That one. Oh. That sounded like it stung.